Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that every rich person, every successful leader, every student, every worker, and every dreamer has in common. We all have the same 24 hours, not 25, not 30, exactly 24 hours. The difference between success and failure is often not talent, luck, or background. It is how we manage our time. Time is like money. If you waste it, you lose it forever. But if you invest it wisely, it gives you success, confidence, and a better future. Setting clear goals is one of the most important steps toward achieving success in any area of life. Without clear goals, life becomes random and unorganized, like walking in a direction without knowing the destination. When you set clear goals, you give your mind a target to focus on, and this focus becomes the driving force behind your actions, decisions, and habits. A clear goal is not just a wish or a dream. It is something specific that you want to achieve, along with a plan and a deadline. Many people say things like, I want to be successful or I want to do well in life. But these are too vague. Real progress begins when you turn these thoughts into clear statements such as, I want to improve my grades by 20% in 6 months, or I want to save a specific amount of money in 1 year. When your goal is specific, your mind understands exactly what needs to be done. Setting clear goals also helps you stay focused. In daily life, there are many distractions that can pull you away from your path. Social media, entertainment, unnecessary conversations, and laziness can easily waste your time. But when you have clear goals, you naturally become more careful about how you spend your time. You start asking yourself whether your actions are helping you move closer to your goal or taking you away from it. This awareness alone can completely change your behavior. Another important benefit of setting clear goals is motivation. When you know exactly what you are working for, it becomes easier to stay motivated, even during difficult times. Challenges and failures are a natural part of life, but clear goals give you a reason to keep going. Instead of giving up, you remind yourself of what you want to achieve, and this gives you strength to continue. Clear goals also help you measure progress. When your goals are well defined, you can track how far you have come and what still needs to be done. This creates a sense of achievement and encourages you to work even harder. Without goals, it is difficult to know whether you are improving or just wasting time. It is also important to break big goals into smaller steps. Large goals can sometimes feel overwhelming, but when you divide them into smaller, manageable tasks, they become easier to achieve. For example, if your goal is to become skilled in a subject, you can set daily or weekly study targets. These small steps slowly lead you toward your bigger dream. Most successful people in the world follow this principle. They do not rely on luck. They rely on planning and goal setting. They write down their goals, review them regularly, and adjust their actions accordingly. This discipline helps them stay ahead in life. In conclusion, setting clear goals gives direction, focus, motivation, and structure to your life. It turns confusion into clarity and dreams into reality. When you know exactly what you want and work consistently toward it, success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Avoiding time wasters is one of the most powerful habits a person can develop if they truly want to succeed in life. Time is the only resource that once lost can never be recovered. Money can be earned again. Opportunities can come back, but every second that passes is gone forever. That is why successful people treat time with great respect and avoid anything that does not add value to their goals. One of the biggest time wasters today is excessive use of social media. Many people open their phones just for a few minutes and end up scrolling for hours without realizing it. This habit slowly destroys focus and steals valuable time that could be used for learning, working, or improving skills. To avoid this, it is important to set limits on screen time and use technology with intention instead of habit. Ask yourself before opening any app, is this helping me grow or just distracting me? Another major time waster is procrastination. This is the habit of delaying important tasks and saying, I will do it later. The problem is that later often becomes never, or it turns into last-minute stress. Procrastination reduces the quality of your work and increases pressure. To overcome this, you should break your tasks into smaller steps and start immediately, even if you don't feel fully ready. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Unnecessary conversations and gossip are also silent time wasters. Spending too much time talking about people, problems, or things that do not matter adds no value to your life. Instead, surround yourself with people who talk about goals, ideas, and improvement. The people you spend time with directly affect how you think and behave. Choose wisely. Lack of planning is another reason people waste time. When you do not plan your day, you end up reacting to whatever comes your way. This leads to confusion and inefficiency. A simple habit of writing a daily to-do list can save hours of wasted time. When you know exactly what needs to be done, you move through your day with purpose and direction. Multitasking is also a hidden time waster. Many people think doing many things at once saves time, but in reality, it reduces focus and quality. When your attention is divided, you take longer to complete tasks and make more mistakes. Focusing on one task at a time is always more effective. In addition, laziness and lack of discipline can quietly waste entire days. Sometimes people know what they need to do but still avoid taking action. Building discipline means doing what is necessary even when you don't feel like it. Small, consistent actions every day lead to big results over time. In conclusion, avoiding time wasters is not about becoming busy all the time. It is about becoming intentional with your time. When you remove distractions, control your habits, and focus on what truly matters, you take control of your life. And when you control your time, you control your future. Expand it. Learn to prioritize in 500 words without heading learning to prioritize is one of the most important skills for achieving success in life. Every day we are faced with many tasks, responsibilities, and distractions. But we do not have enough time or energy to do everything. This is where prioritization becomes powerful. It helps you decide what truly matters and what can wait. Without prioritization, life becomes chaotic, stressful, and unproductive because you end up spending time on things that are not important while ignoring the things that actually move you forward. To prioritize means to understand the difference between urgent tasks and important tasks. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but they are not always meaningful for your long-term success. Important tasks, on the other hand, are the ones that help you grow, improve your skills, and achieve your goals. Many people get trapped in urgent but unimportant activities, such as constant phone notifications, unnecessary meetings, or distractions that give instant satisfaction but no real progress. Learning to identify what truly matters is the first step toward effective prioritization. One of the key benefits of prioritizing is better time management. When you know your priorities, you stop wasting time on low-value activities. Instead of reacting to everything that comes your way, you start planning your day based on your goals. For example, if your goal is academic success, then studying and practice should come before entertainment. If your goal is career growth, then skill development should come before unnecessary distractions. Prioritization helps you use your limited time in the smartest way possible. Another important aspect of prioritization is mental clarity. When everything feels important, your mind becomes confused and overwhelmed. You may feel stressed because you do not know where to start. But when you clearly decide what is most important, your mind becomes calm and focused. You no longer waste energy worrying about too many things at once. Instead, you focus on one task at a time, which increases both efficiency and quality of work. Prioritizing also improves discipline and decision-making. When you consistently choose important tasks over easy distractions, you train your mind to think long-term. This habit strengthens your self-control and helps you avoid impulsive decisions. Over time, you become a more responsible and focused individual who does not get easily influenced by temporary pleasures. A useful way to learn prioritization is by planning your day in advance. Before starting your day, make a list of tasks and arrange them based on importance. Always complete the most important task first, even if it is difficult. This is often called eating the biggest frog first, meaning you tackle your hardest or most important task early in the day when your energy is highest. Once that is done, everything else feels easier and less stressful. It is also important to understand that not everything deserves your attention. Saying no to less important things is a powerful skill. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are indirectly saying no to something important. That is why successful people are very careful about what they accept into their schedule. In conclusion, learn to prioritize is about making smart choices with your time and energy. It helps you focus on what truly matters, reduces stress, and increases productivity. When you've mastered this skill, you stop living a busy life and start living a meaningful one, where every action brings you closer to your goals and success becomes a natural outcome of your daily decisions. Balancing work and rest is essential for a healthy, productive, and successful life. Many people believe that working continuously without stopping is the key to success, but this is not true. In reality, overworking leads to stress, burnout, and reduced performance. On the other hand, too much rest without effort leads to laziness and lack of progress. True success comes from finding the right balance between hard work and proper rest. When you work without rest, your mind and body slowly become exhausted. At first, you may feel productive and energetic, but over time your concentration decreases, mistakes increase, and motivation drops. A tired mind cannot think clearly or make good decisions. This is why rest is not a waste of time. It is a necessary part of success. Rest allows your body to recover and your brain to refresh so that you can perform better when you return to work. The sleep is one of the most important forms of rest. A proper sleep routine improves memory, focus, and emotional stability. When you sleep well, you wake up with more energy and a clearer mind. On the other hand, lack of sleep affects your mood, weakens your decision-making ability, and reduces productivity throughout the day. Successful people understand this and protect their sleep schedule just as seriously as their work schedule. Rest also includes short breaks during work. The human brain cannot maintain focus for long periods without rest. Taking small power breaks between tasks helps you recharge and maintain high performance. Even a few minutes of walking, stretching, or relaxing can improve concentration and creativity. These short pauses are not distractions. They are tools that help you work more efficiently. Balancing work and rest also improves mental health. Continuous stress from work can lead to anxiety and emotional exhaustion. Rest gives your mind a chance to relax and reset. Activities like spending time with family, listening to music, reading, or simply sitting quietly can reduce stress and improve overall happiness. A peaceful mind is more capable of handling challenges and solving problems effectively. At the same time, rest should not turn into laziness. There is a difference between healthy rest and wasting time. Healthy rest is planned and purposeful, while laziness is unstructured and leads to avoidance of responsibilities. A successful person knows when to stop working and when to get back to work. This self-control is what creates balance. Physical health also depends on this balance. Overworking the body without rest can lead to fatigue and illness. Exercise, proper nutrition, and relaxation are all part of maintaining energy levels. When your body is strong, your mind also becomes stronger, allowing you to work more effectively. In conclusion, balancing work and rest is not about doing less. It is about doing things wisely. Work gives you progress, and rest gives you strength to continue that progress. Without rest, work becomes harmful, and without work, rest becomes meaningless. When both are balanced properly, you achieve not only success, but also peace, health, and long-term happiness in life. Believing in discipline rather than motivation is one of the strongest mindsets a person can develop for long-term success. Motivation is exciting, powerful, and emotionally uplifting, but it is also temporary. It comes and goes depending on mood, environment, and circumstances. One day you may feel highly motivated, full of energy and enthusiasm, but the next day that feeling can disappear completely. If a person depends only on motivation, their success will always be unstable. Discipline, however, is different. It is not based on feelings, but on commitment and consistency. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It is the ability to push yourself even when you are tired, distracted, or unmotivated. Successful people do not rely on waiting for inspiration. Instead, they build systems, habits, and routines that keep them moving forward every single day. They understand that progress is not made in moments of excitement, but in moments of consistent effort. Motivation can be compared to a spark. It gives you initial energy and direction, but it burns out quickly. Discipline, on the other hand, is like fuel that keeps the fire burning steadily. Without discipline, even the strongest motivation fades away. This is why many people start strong but fail to continue. They feel motivated at the beginning of a goal, such as studying, exercising, or starting a business. But when motivation disappears, they stop working. Discipline ensures that you continue even when motivation is gone. Building discipline starts with small actions. It is not about making huge changes overnight, but about developing consistent habits. Waking up at a fixed time, completing daily tasks, following a schedule, and avoiding distractions are all simple acts of discipline. When you repeat these actions every day, they become part of your character. Over time, discipline becomes natural, and you no longer depend on emotions to take action. Another important aspect of discipline is self-control. It means resisting short-term pleasures for long-term success.